Exactly, some type of berries or something like that.
What?
Well, I mean, oops, all berries is actually pretty motherfucking delicious. So if somebody told me I tasted like that, I might like cry and be like, really? Oh my God. You like me?
This girl, you know.
You like me? You really like me?
Yeah. Hey, man, yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, I don't know. Is there? Oh man,
Oops, all berries. All right, that's a bit. We can't bounce back from that.
Oh yeah, hey man, look, you know what? I just gotta leave that one there. So I mean, and then of course they had the whole situation with Jesse Williams, and I saw his wife, and I was just like, oh okay, yeah. That's pretty bad, you know. And I don't want to say that she's not attractive or anything like that, but
Well, I think she's regular. I mean, and that's the thing.
Okay.
Like, I think with like, and not to say like she's not beautiful. All women are beautiful. I think it's just one of those things where we look at, you know, actors and all these, you know, supposedly beautiful people, and we expect them to be with other beautiful people. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, you don't look at like the, you know, the Gabrielle Unions of the world and expect them to like, you know, be with some regular dude who doesn't cut his hair regularly. It just is one of those things, right? So
yeah, I can agree with that, because I mean, look, there's a point, and I think a lot of people need to understand this. Look, there's a point where you become a stepping stone person. Yes, a stepping stone person.
Wait a minute.
I have been someone. Yeah, I mean, maybe she was his starter wife. That's. I mean, you don't have to call this. You don't have to call it stepping stone. Sometimes you're.
It's 5 years.
Sometimes you're the starter husband or wife, and you know, eventually you got to go.
Kind of like hold up, what was his name? Hey, hold up, Dwayne Wade's wife. You don't like her?
Siobhan.
Yeah, his ex.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Because even Will Smith, I mean, his first wife, that wasn't his wife, was it? Was that just his baby mama?
I don't know.
First kid, who was like 40?
I think he was married at one point.
Yeah, I thought he was married to that lady, but I don't know.
That's with the Dwayne Wade. The what's the show that he executive produced? That was
My Wife and Kids.
No. The one with Lisa Ray.
All of Us.
Yeah, that was based off of his. So they probably were married. But yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that it's just people say, you know, why obsess over celebrities, but when celebrities are regular people, so a lot of this is stuff that, you know, we dealing with is just exaggerated because they got money. But at the same time, you know, your life is out there. You know, you are a public figure regardless, and it's a lot of times it's like, if they can't make it, how can I? You know, that 5-year relationship was probably giving some young girl or some guy hope, and now, you know, Mr. Light Skin number one ain't with his I don't know, starter wife anymore. So, but I mean, she got 2 kids, so she
got bread out of it. So I mean, I can't say too much.
She ain't.
You know, I would say that hyper celebrityism is like, man, look, check this. It's harder for them to stay in regular relationships than you.
Look, them NDAs don't always.
It is.
No, I'm like, they got bread, so. Especially if you're a dude out here, if you got money, you got a little bit more options. For a woman, you always got options. I'll say that.
True.
I mean, you could be a regular old woman and pull a millionaire. I don't know if you could be a regular old dude and pull a millionaire woman. Does it work the same?
Depends on how desperate she is.
You got to come in there with some strong wood. I'm talking about you got to catch her slipping, and when you in, you better work like it's the finals. I'm just saying, you better make sure this is the last game of the season.
Nah, I feel like once you get to a certain point of success and a certain age, like it's kind of hit or miss. So at some point you got to lower those standards. So
that's, you know, or maybe reevaluate what standards are top 5 and what are maybe 20 or 20.
You know, we can't all make it to the end of the Oregon Trail. Sometimes you just got to settle by the closest river, you know, and make it work. You know, that's not.
It's kind of like that. Everybody can't be a starter. That's why side chicks matter. But anyway, or side people. Let's just say that side people matter.
They do.
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, side people.
Because that's the part I was concerned about, right? side people. Yes, you right there.
Hey,
You
look,
you honed in on what the concern was. Look at you.
I'm sorry, man. I just look at it. Side people are always gonna have a job.
Always. There's no shortage of positions for them.
No, absolutely not. All right,
We will
so
not have the Q-nanigans today.
Oh, it's too late for that. I mean, we already got oops all berries as far as the equivalent of vagina taste, so we already there.
That's the name of the show. You're looking for a title. That's it. Oops all berries.
Oh, man. So, oh my goodness.
I'm about to see.
All right, last story. Serena Williams. So first of all, Serena straight embarrassed the people that she beat. And what was that? Was it the U.S. Open, Wembley? I can't remember which one.
Everyone.
But she did it with being 5 months pregnant. Mm-hmm. How you lose to a pregnant woman? That's terrible. That means you are awful at your job. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
No, it just means she's way, way better than any of you. It doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that she's, ridiculously good.
That means they're bad. 5 months. You gonna lose a slight step. A slight step, because you can't really work like you've been doing.
Which so just means she was way better than this.
Yeah, that just means you were that bad.
But not pregnant.
Yeah. She's the winter soldier. Yeah.
Hey, man. So here's what's been happening with the GOAT. So I think there was actually some. Let's see. Let me find out this guy's name again, because everybody always on.
Isn't he like? I know his nickname is Nasty. I read that in an article.
Nasty.
Wow.
Right. No, because they were saying that the guy that made the comment to his Russian apparently used to be a very good tennis player, and he had issues with like being ridiculous with everybody, like from Arthur Ashe all the way up to now. Like
so
this is a pattern with him.
His name is Lyle Stas. Okay, we'll just say Nasty then. I mean, because I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Nastasi or whatever. So he goes in, and he's basically he made a comment about her unborn child, saying the child will be chocolate with milk. And I know he's basically trying to make a Oreo joke or whatever, because it's going to be a half and half. And of course, she came back with a rebuttal on it. She had a whole long tweet. I'm not going to read it because I don't want to read on the show, but it was basically trying to talk about it's a shame that this stuff kind of still goes on in this day and age. Mm-hmm. And basically, I don't care what you got to say, player. It's one of those situations, so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's unfortunate, like, with the women in sports, and especially Black women, like, they have the hardest time having people take them seriously, and especially with Serena, you see a lot of it. It's like she is undeniably one of the greatest athletes to ever play anything, period. And it's like people don't want to give her credit for that. Like, there's always something. Like, I read some ridiculous article where they were like, something about her being pregnant somehow helped her beat people. And I'm just like, how? There's a human person draining your resources as you grow it inside of you, but that somehow helped her beat people at tennis. Like, please explain.
Because she's Black.
Like, it's very weird. Like, it's like they just don't want to let that woman be great. Like, it's very odd. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a headache for me. Because hell, every Black woman that does anything, she's always facing all this criticism from every single turn, no matter who, especially even Black men. But when it comes, this is what they did with Beyonce and Blue Ivy. It's like, oh, she gonna look like her daddy. Like, they're sexualizing these kids so early, or they're too Black, or they're hair nappy, or this, that, and the third, because they expect everybody to pop out looking like Rihanna. I don't know. It's just, as someone who was raised by a Black woman, it's a headache. It is very frustrating. And the fact that she's got this white man, she could be with a Pakistani man, a Latin man, a man that's blue-black. It doesn't matter. She's still going to keep getting this same criticism. It's like, you can't take how great she is, so let me go do the lowest common thing, which is attack the way you look. And it might be a little offhanded comment that might have been, honestly, he thought was a joke. But it's like, when Black women are getting these jokes all the time, she's pretty for a Black girl. Yeah. You got good hair, or you're so, you're light-skinned girls, you wish you was light-skinned. Just little stuff like that. It's very frustrating. So even though some may see this as just some slight comment that shouldn't be blown out of proportion, this is a cisgendered white male who was essentially attacking this black woman, because words matter and words mean things. And so for you to come after her child, which anybody's child, children should be off limits, but you come after this woman's child with these little jokes, it's like, man, come at something better. Beat her at a tournament. Do that. You know what I'm saying? Get your victory that way.
Now I would say if Blue Ivy did look like Jay-Z, I hope she's really... It would be rough. but
Q.
I'm just
Quentin
saying,
Sassafras Simpson.
I'm just saying, look, let's not be...
Sassafras jeans. No.
Look, there's a reason why Cameron called Jay-Z Joe Camel. I'm just saying.
No.
For me, she looks like her father. But, man, like, in the ways that someone can say, oh, you really look like your mom, even though you may be a splitting image of your dad.
Yeah.
But because of your mom, you favor your dad's people, but you have a different look. Like, that's what I get from her. Again, she's a little kid, but
she looks like both of them.
She has a good mixture.
Yeah. And I'm interested to see what the twins look like. I mean, I just went on that little rant, not for, they better look like their mama, but I'm just interested to see, okay, we got one child. Now, is this one going to look like Solange? Is this one going to look like Jay-Z's mom? So that's what I'm interested in seeing. But, as long as they're happy and healthy, that's great. But, that's Jay-Z's kid.
And it's actually funny because I don't even follow up. He had a lot of brothers going in on her for marrying a white guy. And I get it. Okay, I do. But let's also say this. Y'all weren't really checking for her. At all. Now, I did say this. We were talking about it last time. I think some chick said if you found Serena attractive, I think we talked about it last time. If you found Serena attractive, you were gay. I said, what? Absolutely. What are you talking about? Yeah, her face kind of strong, but that body is immaculate. I still would do it. But the thing is, it's like she's not a really awful looking woman. I don't know why people say that. But the thing is, she was hearing that all the time. So it's like people are going to go with who like them. So if you weren't really showing them no love, and then they did say, okay, well, screw it. This dude showed me love and he liked me or whatever. Mm-hmm. And now you got something to say? It's kind of like that situation if you in the club and, somebody turn you down and then you turn around and get with their homegirl or somebody else. And now they mad. Like, oh, you trying to talk to me first. It's like, yeah, but you said no. Don't worry about it.
Right.
There you have it. I don't know. They're rich and happy and about to have a baby, so whatever.
Plus, people said she did it for the money. She actually is worth more than he is. So just got.
I would think so.
You just got to do your numbers and check that.
Yeah.
But that is it for Q the News. So now we're gonna roll into this little segment. I will put some music on, but I ain't picked nothing. So VJ, what you got for social media shenanigans? What's going on out here?
Oh dear. So we're gonna keep it kind of short. I got a couple of topics. First one's the obvious. So everybody remembers Hurtbae, the girl who got in front of a camera with her ex to ask him about, his cheating ways. And he basically sat there with the look that, a confused puppy gives you. And essentially she asked the questions that most people should never ask anybody about their past relationships. And we watched a video of her essentially getting her heart ripped out again and stomped all over in front of us, for our entertainment. So that was fun. Now there are pictures surfacing of her, Hurtbae, and I don't know why I cheated on you guy together. So apparently Hurtbae went back to, hurting dude with, with fuck nigga haircut. So yeah, there's that.
And dude, hey, he looked like he couldn't decide to have either the high top fade or S curl. I guess he was like, man, you know what? I'm finna rock both. Right. That's how I'm finna get down.
Signature.
Well, honestly, like dudes with that haircut, like then when you ask them a question and they get to like playing in their hair and they're like twisting that one strand of hair, like they're about to lie. Like I've met, like anytime any nigga with that haircut, the minute they stick their hand up to their twirl that one piece of hair, they about to tell you the biggest fucking lie ever.
So
doesn't matter how old they are.
So you saying if a dude had that Superman curl in the front, he's full of shit? Is that what you trying to get at?
He's not full of shit till he puts his hand up there to curl that little twirl that piece of hair while he tells you some stupid ass lie.
See, look, I ain't even gonna lie to you though. Check this.
Exactly. Why I gotta lie? Steady pulling us here. Why I gotta lie to? Why I gotta lie to you about
Man,
it?
I put that on my mama.
Listen, and it's listen. And anytime anyone says, why do I have to lie? They're lying. Why I gotta lie? You're lying.
Yeah.
You're lying because you can and you think I'm stupid. That's why.
Hey man, look. Yeah, people lie. It happens. There's scientific reasons why people lie, but we won't get into that. I don't want to confuse people. Dre, what you gotta say on that, man? Do you give Hurtbae some empathy? What if old dude got right? What if he said, "Baby, I changed this time"?
Well, I would, but I don't. Mainly because I don't know if you've seen Catfish, which is like a guilty pleasure of mine. Old episodes.
I love Catfish so much.
Look. There was the guy, the light skinned guy who was a military dude who fell in love with another dude, but it turned out to be a very bowling ball pin looking guy. And pictures of them resurfaced with them together like months later after the show premiered. So I'm like, yeah, he may have sweet talked you, but he still lied. Just like with Hurtbae, you put yourself on the internet. This ain't no Twitter thread where this motherfucker lied on me and this, that. No, this is you putting yourself out there. So just like a celebrity, you kind of have that allure of a public figure. So no, I mean, it was bound to happen, I guess, but I don't forgive her. You hurt me, Hurtbae.
Yeah, I wonder how much of this was really just a hustle.
You know, like what about my feelings, Hurtbae? Let me tell you, I thought, see,
I'll pose this question then. What if, and this is all hypothetical, we don't know what happened. We don't know if he really just came in and laid pipe again, because I'm one of those people who believe if I've been in once, I can go again. Mm-hmm. But what if it was a situation where they're like, man, you know what, let's put the internet on fire. Let's pretend like you was out here on some cavalier cheating shit. But that's not really what happened.
The long con.
What?
So then my question would be: what is the long game? Like, what would be the purpose?
Yeah.
Internet famous, man. Everybody trying to do it. Speaking of
right, but then like that 15 minutes of fame has already passed. Like it's not like they popped up and were like selling T-shirts or something trying to capitalize. So it's like, what would be the long game? Like what's the long game in this con then? Like
I don't know,
15 minutes have passed already.
Ask the chick that used her dude's balls to put makeup on. That happened.
Yeah, that I
oh my God, these makeup artists, like I saw one use a boiled egg, and then the other day I saw one use the Bop It game or whatever, like the handheld Bop It. Man. She used that as a makeup sponge. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Bop It.
The internet always wins, and people always want to try to conquer it, but it don't work. The
internet is undefeated, but I just want y'all to know that I want better for you in 2017 than having to get, well, several things. One, I want y'all to want better for yourselves than having some nigga come over at 3 a.m. and fuck you through the hole in his boxers, for one. And then for two, I want y'all to quit making videos where you use stupid shit to put your makeup on. Stop it. You look fucking dumb. Stop. Stop it.
I can't agree with that. It is disrespectful if a dude just pulls his erect stiffy through just the hole and don't. If he don't pull his boxes down, he don't like you like that
at all.
At all.
That is. Oh man, I'm sorry for anyone.
I'm just saying. I want better for y'all. I want better for Hurtbae. But who am I? If you want to go back and you feel like it's gonna work, then it might work. I don't know. I hate she had to embarrass herself like that to go back. But hey, maybe it made their relationship stronger.
Sure.
Yeah, man. He confessed to everything. Maybe.
Yeah.
Cavalier about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think he confessed to anything, but that's not. That's let him have it. God bless him.
Love is love. Love Trump's hate. Ain't that what they say?
All right.
I guess so. It also trumps Twitter videos, doesn't it? Trump's viral Twitter videos too. So, congrats to them. Many, may you never have to make another internet video.
Please don't. Jesus.
Oh man. So what else you got for us, man?
One more. Have you guys ever heard of stealthing?
No.
I didn't until you showed me. No. Let's say that.
So apparently stealthing is when you agree to consensual sex with somebody and then sometime during the consensual sex you just take the condom off and don't say anything.
Oh my God.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said when I read it. Oh God. So yeah, and they just doing an article where this is apparently becoming like a popular thing, and there are these like subsets in Reddit where people are talking about how they feel like it's their natural right to be able to take the condom off if they choose to just put it in people, and I'm just here to tell y'all that that is rape. That is
Okay.
rapity,
Okay.
rape.
Okay. I hate to say this. No offense. I love everybody, but that sounds like some the white dude said. I hate to say that. I've never sit there and say it's
Probably.
my duty to or my what did he say? It's my right to be able to do that. Go in raw, nigga. Stop. What are you talking about?
White privilege is real.
Yeah, it is. It's a sickness. That when my feelings are hurt. Like I just can't. How in the hell? And again, that is a cultural thing because there's exceptions to every rule, but there's no way that you have such a privileged life that the only thing you can find to have an issue with is having to wear a condom. Like your 401k is solid, your $6 billion house is okay, but you feel like you should just take off your condom. How disrespectful. Oh, that's
what you tell her. How dare you tell me I gotta put on a salami curtain?
After it's been established.
It's just a lot.
STIs and pregnancy aside, it's still, what are you doing? That's
Okay, now I'll say this. Only time I've ever done that, one, it was with my wife, and she knew about it. I said, look, man, you know what? I ain't going to get this one out if you don't let me take this off. And she was like, fine, whatever. And then that's how it went. But like I said, I got permission to do so. Mm-hmm. You can't just sit there and say, hold on, baby, stay right there. Go down and try to kiss on and pull it off and go right back in, which is probably how it happened. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me how I know. Don't ask that. But I'm assuming that's how it happened. But I remember in the story, it was a young man who was talking about it when he had an encounter, and it happened to him, and he felt some type of way about it. And I was like, that's fucked up. It's you sitting there like, okay, hey, look, yeah, bro, we can go ahead and do this, but make sure that you wear the proper protection because we ain't trying to get out of here and crap out in these streets. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, it's, oh, yeah, I've been smashing the whole time, straight raw. That's right. I forgot what I even said on Twitter. I said something crazy on Twitter. But anyways, yeah, man. I mean, technically, yeah, you're in a foul then because you didn't get consent to actually do it in that manner, and so now you violated that verbal contract. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line, folks. Consent is everything. Like, if you are out here having sex, like, for one, wrap it up, you gross fuckers. And second, just making sure that you are talking with the person that you are having sex with and making sure that everybody's on the same page about consent is a fantastic thing. That way, nobody has to be a rapist. Like, I just, like I said, I want better for y'all in 2017. Don't be a rapist 2017. No stealthing 2017.
Right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll even do this. Go out there and say, hey, man, I know you agree. Oh, you want to do this? Okay, I need you to sign this saying that I can do X, Y, and Z to you and make sure that it's all good. I also need you to sign right here, initial here, and make sure we good to go.
Don't forget to get it notarized.
Okay, we'll do that. That's too. Important. I'll have one in the closet.
There you go. Yeah, I'm a notary for anybody that needs their, pre-sexual agreements notarized. I got you.
Shameless plug. Right. No,
I'm kidding. Seriously, I'm not notarizing any weird document that you draw up about you putting your face on somebody. Like, don't do that.
So if I sent you if somebody sent you some love contract saying I can teabag this one girl agreed to teabag and you're not gonna sign
don't involve me. No, don't involve me. I'm not in that. That's not my ministry. I was kidding. Don't
you
do that.
standing in the way of that man's happily ever after. How dare you?
How dare I what?
I'm just saying that might be something she really into, and you holding her back.
Shit, I'm out here trying to live my best life, and that it does not involve doing that.
Her best life.
My best life does not involve being a notary public for y'all and y'all's little sick, kinky, weird sex contracts.
Man, people are freaks out here. And people do weird things with the people they care about. That's what I'm saying.
And they can do them. I just don't need to be privy. Like, I'm fine. I'm good. Do it. Enjoy. But I don't want to notarize it. It's fine.
See, that's why I also believe in videotaping, but you gotta get consent for that too. Damn.
Yeah, videotaping is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Uh-oh. You went out a little bit, so Okay, we can't hear her
Oh,
now.
there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, you can hear me now.
You muted yourself?
No, I just said I think I did. But the bottom line is consent is important, besides me having a brain fart. But consent is still the most important thing, not my brain fart.
Of course. So remember, y'all, make sure he or she or it, whatever you got going on, agrees to whatever it is that you want to do. And y'all go from there. Now, if they come back and lie on you, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's right. Documentation and recording works. You can.
You're right.
You're like, the officer.
Hey, officer, look, let me put this tape in and show you how it went down. Mm-hmm. That'd be terrible. But, all right, VJ, anything else, ma'am? Okay. I'm going to assume that's no. So let me go ahead and get her back in order, and we're going to take a quick break, throw on some little tunes for y'all. So other than that, we're going to be right back.
When we fell in love, but I should have left alone like well enough. Trying to buy a dream, she was selling drugs. See, that's the irony, like smell of blood of our relationship or whatever the hell it was. Keep stinging, but I never let it kill the buzz. At first it hasn't hit you, then it does. I made the DJ promise to never play this record again because before cellular phones were educated and captured actually photographs that never faded. A DJ got a request to play the favorite record on the radio of his ex, but never played it. And though the lady was vexed and devastated, she took a yoga lesson and stretched and meditated. It then created a curse that's dedicated to the most hated bitch ass nigga she ever dated. Tore through an entire library, one book at a time. Looking for rhymes, inspiration, some open a line. A marketing plan like having a coke and a smile. A heart in her hand, though passion had broken it down. She placed brick by brick like a China wall, queuing up the theater lights before the monologue. Cancel the reservation at the Gaza Fort. We got to start fucking with the condom on. I couldn't tell her first when we fell in love, but I should have left alone like well enough. Trying to buy a dream, she was selling drugs. See, that's the irony, like the smell of blood of our relationship or whatever the hell it was. Kept stinging, but I never let it kill the buzz. At first it hasn't hit you, then it does. I made the DJ promise to never play this record again because picture the 80s ethos on the East Coast. Police coke, weed smoke, government cheese toast. That's when I graduated out of the freak show. They grow up on the corner with it.
All right. We back in the building, man. What's going on? You are in here with Chopping Up with Q. I got my girl VJ on the line, and I got my man, Mr. D, Carefree Black Nerd in the building. That's right, D. He got to put that in front of his title now. And so, all caps, though.
Yeah. all caps.
So, we're going to try to get VJ back on the line. I don't know if her stuff tripping, like we said, cricket, man. It happens. But we're going to try to roll up in this, and we're going to talk about, oh, man, everybody been giving them a lot of hell lately. And most recently, and I understand, I saw the commercial, and a lot of people don't get it. Matter of fact, let me go try to put this commercial on for everybody for who haven't got an opportunity to see it. So, as of right now, Shea Moisture has been in some shit. And, you know what? Only way to really, so let me illustrate this for you. So basically, the people in this commercial was a light bright and a couple white folks, and Shea Moisture, if you're familiar with it, has been known as mostly a black all natural black hair care product. So let me go ahead and play it for y'all and let y'all hear it.
People would throw stuff in my hair, and then I'd just be walking and there'd be little paper balls in my hair. I hated it because it's oh, I have this, and people make fun of me for it.
It was lots of days staring in the mirror I don't know what to do with it.
I just didn't feel like I was supposed to be a redhead. I dyed my hair blonde for 7 years of my life, platinum blonde.
I didn't really embrace my natural hair. But then, as I got older, I learned how to do it, and I learned how to love it. Shea Moisture, holy grail right here.
It just gives us all the results that we need. It's kind of that go-to product.
I think a good hair day is the best kind of day. I feel like I have conquered the world.
I love my hair. I love the volume. I love the curl. I love the texture. I love everything about it. Everything about it.
Everybody
gets love.
Oh, there's the black chick. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, man. VJ, you there, girl? No? All right, we'll try to get her back on the line. So, oh, man, I don't know what to say about that one.
Man, that was trash.
I have no idea what to say about that one. That was interesting is the word I would use. So, the illustrated is that, like I said, there was a light bright, and what I mean by light bright, she basically was a beige colored chick, which, okay, all right. She can qualify as black, which means she's probably either half and half, 3/4, whichever one. And then other than that, it was all white chicks, one redhead, and another was a blonde, whatever. So it was one of those situations where, and you know, I think a lot of black businesses go through it, but I'm going to go ahead and send it to my guests here to try to see what they got, you know, what they think about it. And so it was one of those situations where, hold tight. That's all hood. This is how we operate the show. We got the call going on during the show. We trying to get VJ back on the line, y'all. All right, so I guess she'll call back in a couple minutes. We're gonna try to get her back on the line. But so the situation is that a lot of people were really disappointed in this commercial, if not infuriated, because of the fact that they didn't really show any black women. And like you think of Shea Moisture and all those different things, it's okay, it's black hair care products. Okay, cool. And I get you want to try to branch out, but there's a point where you don't alienate the actual audience you have. So, VJ, you back, girl?
Hey.
Okay, all right, man. Look, pay that bill and stop playing.
I am not about to do this with you today.
But no, man, we were talking about your favorite company just now and how you were, after that commercial came out, you said you're going to buy a lifetime supply of Shea Moisture.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You sure?
That wasn't me. You have me.
You positive?
You have. I'm really, really good on that. Look, here's the thing about it. Like, I get what they were going for. Like, I get that they want to try to, I guess, include different types of people, you know, that aren't black people, and try to sell to more people. But the thing about it is it just seems really, really crazy to do that at the expense of the people that have allowed you the ability to try to branch out to gain customers that aren't black. Like, you make this commercial that essentially erases black women from a narrative about their hair and replaces it with a white woman saying that, you know, like bad hair days and not liking her red hair and dyeing her hair blonde for 5 years is the equivalent of a black woman's hair experience. Like, that shit's crazy.
Hey, they did have a black girl, though. Outside of the beige chick. She was in the end without any lines. She was in...
I mean, but that's the thing about it, right? I get, like, and here's the thing. Like, if you wanted to have white women in the commercial and be like, hey, this is for you too, that's not a bad narrative to have. But if you built this whole entire brand around, you know, catering to the needs of black women and their hair and their skin needs, and why would you then immediately go in the complete opposite direction and have these white women front and center? And then they've changed their formula for the products so that it's works better for white people, but now it doesn't work for black people. Now I don't want the shit. Like, if I wanted to get some shit that worked for white people, I would be buying like Pantene Pro V. Like, I wouldn't be buying Shea Moisture. Like, we rocking with you buying $12 bottles of shampoo from Target. You know what I mean? And you're out here, you know, negating the fact that black women have to tame their hair and straighten it and go to work and deal with people saying they look unkempt if it's their natural hair, or asking them questions or whatever else, or feeling uncomfortable or like their natural hair isn't beautiful, at the expense of putting some redhead lady in there talking about she doesn't want to be a redhead. Like, girl, what? Dye your hair and shut the fuck up. Like, what does that have to do with shampoo? Like, what? What does that have to do with anybody else's, like, hair journey? Like, it's so draining. Why are they like this?
They did it because they knew you wouldn't be too happy about it, or really happy, whichever one. They were really doing it just for you, man. They thought this is what you wanted, showing them, progressing as a company.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's also what happens when you have a disconnect with what started out as a Black-owned company that then tries to kind of go corporate, and then you have this lack of Black faces in these upper echelon spaces in this corporate environment. Because when you look at some of the board for Shea Moisture, you have a lot of pale faces. Like, you don't have a lot of Black women that are making the day-to-day decisions about these commercials and what they do with the brand at this point. And so there's a disconnect between the customers and the consumers that they have and who their base consumer is and the people that are making the decisions. And that's never a good look. It's not ever going to be a good look for anybody.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dre. What you got for it?
I have a bunch of stuff. This is the same thing that happened when UPN changed to CW. It's the same thing.
Underpaid Negroes. That's what I'm talking about.
Look, every time it's like black people are popular, but we're not wanted in a sense. Like, these are the people who got you here, and all of a sudden, and that, like you said, it's fine if you want to include white folks in this. Do your own little side, I don't know, bottle or side product. But there are a good 50-something aisles in the store for white people to color their hair, to shampoo their hair, to get rid of, dry skin or whatever. But there's a section for Black people. And
we don't even have a whole aisle.
Look, and that's what I'm saying. It's like we're the most shitted on people in this damn country, period. Well, just period. Because how do you start off the backs of Black people and then all of a sudden switch it up? Like, how was this supposed to go unnoticed and accepted? You got this pale woman with this bright red hair complaining about a hair color. Well, Lakeisha and Tanya down the street are complaining about their curls because at work, they're left behind because they aren't straight-haired and blonde like, Tiffany. And it's another instance where Black women are getting shitted on. Like, that's...
Yeah. It is true, because I can say that unfortunately, in our society and how we have allowed it to happen, and I put a lot of it on us as Black men. And we got to stand up a lot more. But it's a shame that when these ladies go into these work environments, their hair is a part of their uniform. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of dudes that will sit there and say, "Oh man, I like a woman who's natural hair and this and that," which I rock with it. I love natural hair. But then if she's in a corporate setting, they'll tell her that that's unprofessional. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like if a dude go in with dreads. Oh, that's unprofessional. You can't look like that. Or like when they'll attack a couple schools where it'll be in their quote-unquote dress code that any hairs dealing with like air froze or whatever are not allowed, and so on and so forth, and nobody says anything about it. But in this situation is... Because here's another question that you got to ask is like, are these Black companies in a position where if I want to branch out, I have to kind of whitewash my product, or I have to change things up to be commercialized? I mean, it's the same with like things like hip-hop, clothing lines, etc. I mean, is that one of the concerns? Dre, I will let you go since you're the guest. Go ahead. What you got?
I'm sure it is, but even still, that's not up to the consumer to fix for you. That's up to you. This is your product. You started off with caring for Black women's hair. This is what you built your brand on, and now you want to branch out. That's up to you to find a way to do that. You need to find a way to say, well, now we're selling in a gold bottle with a pink circle that is for white women, as opposed to changing your entire formula. Like, how did you think? Now, if Coca-Cola decided we're going to sell a dark version of Sprite, that somebody going to be mad about that, because we go to Coke. Coke is our product. It's the same thing. That's not up to the consumer to say, well, they changed this, so I'm about to roll with it. No, I cannot give you my money, and I cannot support you, because this is a blatant slap in the face. No matter what way you look at it, I don't care if it's them being more commercial and getting more money. At what cost are you going to get more money? Are you going to lose the Black women and Black people who've been supporting you from day one? You're going to lose that dollar because Black people spend more money than anybody on hair care products and on entertainment.
Especially hair care.
And it's like it happens in every regard, like I said, from TV networks to clothing lines to hair care. It's like, we are good enough to make you popular, but once you get popular enough, you whitewash us, and it's over for that, man. Fuck them.
Yeah, man, it's cold out here. on that type of situation, and I think it's a lot of companies go through that. So there's like they want to branch out, and like you said, I want to say there's a situation where it's like, man, look, we got to change things up for, and like I said, I'm not knocking any Caucasians, Mexican, any other race, but this is just merely an illustration of how we feel things go on. So it's like, okay, well, shoot, if I want to get this white dollar, instead of adding something, I'm going to take away from you to then put over here. BJ, what you got to say? VJ, are you there, ma'am? All right, okay. So, like I said, we'll try to get her back in again. We gonna talk about her. Matter of fact, y'all hit up this comment section. Y'all make sure to talk mad stuff about her and her cellular, I guess her cellular coverage. Tell her to go ahead and upgrade to Verizon or somebody like that. But it's kind of like this situation. You know, we talk about supporting black businesses or you recycle black dollars and all that stuff, and it's like in theory it sounds great. It's like I really do, but it's like, is it because we want to do it amongst each other, or is it because it sounds good to get you jump started?
It's probably a little bit of both, or it might be some other extra thing as well. But for me, supporting black dollars just to put more money, because if I don't know, buying toilet paper from Walmart, but there's a local, mom and pop store where they have Thomas toilet paper that he done made, I would probably want to shop there at least once or twice to give him my money. Whereas, I might spend $1 or $2 more, but if I'm helping out somebody else and their bottom line, then that's good too. So, I mean, I don't know if I really have an answer for that.
Yeah. It's the same thing when I talk about BET, when BET was black owned and then it got bought out by Viacom. Yeah. And I'm like, and then it's funny because when people sit there and say, "Oh, well, you got BET. BET's owned by white people." Stop.
Yeah.
I was like, it was owned by us, but no longer. It isn't any longer. Or like you said, UPN going to the CW. Mm-hmm. Oh well, we don't own it anymore.
Yeah, black programming, man. That...
And I think I was listening to one show and they were talking about. I think it was a Zoe Williams show where it was saying that we build a product up so much and then we sell it. Mm-hmm. So this is almost the equivalent of what it is. It's like we build the product so much and now we're able to branch out. Now we're selling out.
Yeah. Because isn't that what FUBU did? Like they stole, did they? Or am I mistaken? I want to say they sold it, maybe 10 years ago?
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen a FUBU jersey in I don't know how long.
Yeah, and that's, I don't know. I mean, and if you're harder in it, it ain't in it, and I get that, but I don't know. It's like I just want to see somebody win and stay
here.
Stay them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's just more weight put on it because it's less of us, and we already get the brunt of all the bullshit from police violence to damn systematic racism to.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that it's one of those things where you're like, well, this is just the next step in my business because, let's go ahead and put it on some logical stuff. Mm-hmm. You can't just thrive with just the one consumer base, right, and I get that completely. But I do also feel you can offer multiple different forms of products for different said consumers. Like I said, I was talking to BJ earlier. I said, now if they would have just offered some type of hair coloring or something like that for the white demographic, I wouldn't have knocked them for that. And they say, hey, look, we're gonna offer this to them, but we still got you. We're gonna hold you down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, all in all, it is business, so it may just be cheaper for them to change. And looking at the numbers, black people like 14% of the population.
Yeah, something like that.
So I mean, it I would say would make sense business wise, but you can't keep. If your demographic has been black people, then why not? Like you said, just add something, make something additional. Or they could have just stood behind their decision, like this is the decision we made, and this is this. Mm-hmm. But my thing is now you're competing with Pantene Pro V and Suave and all that other stuff. So if they think they can run with the big boys, let them do that. But don't come back in a year or a couple months from now talking about, you
remember the good times.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. It's just have integrity in your company, even if you are evolving and wanting to branch out. There's ways. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So we got our esteemed co-host back. What's going on, man?
The connection keeps dropping. I told you I'm having some internet situational issues. The new house is just kind of out in the boonies, and yeah.
Don't feel bad. I just told all the interwebs to go ahead and hit your mentions on Twitter. That's right. That is VJ Burton. So y'all hit her up and tell her how her cellular service is. You know, yeah, just let her know what you feel. But no, the question we were asking. Damn, what was the question I asked?
About the Shea Moisture and.
So it was along the lines of. I think we were basically talking about how we kind of come off where certain businesses feel like they have to, or certain products just feel like they have to cater more to the white demographic than us. And like I said, it's not a knock on them, but this is just something that we are trying to illustrate and really discuss. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's one of those things where, you know, like they feel like if you are getting, you know, white people's coin, then you've made it, right? Like it's not enough to have a solid base of sales from people of color. Then, you know, it has to be branching out and trying to cater to white people in order for you to have really made it, right? Unless if white people are the ones buying it, then it somehow makes it inherently good. And I mean, we see this with all types of, you know, smaller black businesses, or like we were talking about networks and that type of thing. And you see this type of whitewashing and erasure, you know, like erasure of black faces and black people in these spaces. And that's a lot of what happens. Like it essentially is like, it's like the gentrification, right? Of all of these different things. And it's unfortunate, and I think that's a lot of what's been ingrained in us, right? If it's white, it's right, and that's unfortunate. But I mean, it's kind of what's become common for a lot of them. And they feel like, you know, if white people aren't buying it, then they aren't successful, and that's not necessarily the case. Especially when you're talking about beauty products, where white people don't spend the type of money that black women do on beauty products. Like it's not by a long shot.
Absolutely.
It's a ridiculous difference.
My wife was sitting there telling stories about when she was younger, and you know she grew up like around a lot of white folks, and they were sitting there saying how they'll ask her, "Oh, can you come out, or can you come? Well, I gotta see because I'm getting my hair done." It's like, oh, okay, well, just come over. It's going to be a couple hours. A couple hours? Yeah.
Why does it take so long? How do they do it? What are they doing to it? And it's just, they don't get it. They don't understand. That's what I'm saying. White people, it's different. It's very, very different. And I don't think that it has to be that way, right? I don't understand why it's necessary to feel like you have to cater to the needs of these people, especially when the formula is supposed to be for, you know, a specific type of people. There's nothing wrong with catering to the demographic that you serve. Like, it doesn't make sense to them to, like, you have to try to cater to everybody, especially when more than likely they're not buying. Like, I don't care how many white people they put in that Shea Moisture commercial. Like, if it's not going to, you know, fix their hair and they're still, they're not going to buy it. Like, it doesn't matter. So you've done all of this for naught, and now you've alienated the people that were buying your products.
Yeah, man, it's interesting, man. Now we can also go ahead and say that they did issue an apology on Twitter. So I don't know how well it's gonna go, and I don't know. Right now, we're gonna see damage control coming into place. Is it worse than what Pepsi did? I think Pepsi can recover. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I think it's up there.
I think black people. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I think it's up there because Pepsi is not a hair care. But anybody can buy Pepsi. There's Pepsi in schools and vending machines, you know, baseball games. But this is something specific to black women and black hair. So they could recover. But even though we don't have the options that white people do when it comes to hair care products, we do have other options. And now that stock may have just plummeted too far. You know, when you have other people who can offer you the same thing, if not better, who has proven that they are here for the black dollar and not for, you know, selling out. So I don't know. I think it may be a little worse.
Yeah, and they haven't watered down their product, so you know it still works like it's supposed to. Right. There are lots of other options out there. I saw people sharing them all over Twitter. wrote down a couple really good ones on a notepad because, hey, it is what it is. The game is the game. But like you said, Pepsi is an international product. Shea Moisture,
It's not.
not so much.
Mm-mm.
So
Not exactly
yeah,
so.
you pretty much pissed off your whole entire client base, and you expect them to come back when they can get the same thing, from somebody else and not deal with you. They're not having it.
Now, I would ask this question. This is my final question. I want everybody. Do you feel, because like you said, like you were talking about this Pepsi, people gonna forget about it next month. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that we give up on black businesses too soon? Do we allow them opportunities to mess up and then recover, or are we so? I guess you could say, because I always wonder that, because it's like, I've heard different situations where somebody will go to a black-owned business and they'll have one bad experience and they're never going back. Mm-hmm. But then how many people go back to Walmart and hate it? Yeah. So I wonder, like, is it worth, like, if for some reason they say they do property damage control and they say, hey, man, like, we ain't going to do all the stuff we were saying. We thought about it. We realized we made a mistake, et cetera, et cetera. Is it possible for them to get the demographic back, or for people to forgive them?
I think I could, be willing to give them a second chance if they were able to fix the formula and kind of go back to their original stance on things. But, I mean, I think that's a hard thing to do. And I think, unfortunately, as Black people, we feel like Black businesses, like I said, it's that thing where, if it's not white, it's not right. So, like, these Black businesses, they do one thing wrong or it's one bad experience and you're never going back. We hold them to an impossibly high standard that we're not holding these mediocre, like, white businesses to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
So, Dre?
I say no. I wouldn't shop with them for the main point that this feels more intimate. Because even if, I'm going back to Walmart, if I'm dealing with a Black company, this Shea Moisture, whatever, I'm dealing with them. They've changed their entire product. It's not just the marketing and you offered an additional whatever. You changed the chemical makeup of the thing that was helping Black boys and girls maybe feel good about themselves, manage their hair. Like, that's something that's a little bit more intimate. So you can bounce back and have great PR. Now, that's very different from going to, say, like a Black, steakhouse, having a bad experience. Because I can go back. Food can be cooked again by another person, by the same chef another day, but you change the chemical makeup of your product. Like, that's like you're cheating on me. You're intentionally doing, like, and was there a notice? Like, I may be wrong. If there was a notice that said, hey, in 2017 spring, we're going to change this. If there was no notice, then I'll say no. Because, who's to say it won't happen again? When maybe the Pakistani population explodes a little bit more, and now you see, well, let's cater to them. Let's go to their particular texture here and change our chemical makeup again for them. Like, for me, this particular instance is very intimate, so I would say no. But then again, it's not marketed towards me. But if it was something else, like a restaurant or a Black toy company or something, that's something I can forgive. But this, no, I couldn't.
Okay. All right. I was just worried because we do talk about that. It's like we kind of do hold certain Black businesses to like you said, to a standard that they don't get opportunities to correct their actions. And it's like, they're going to mess up. That's just logical. People are going to mess up. Mm-hmm. And, I guess it just depends on if you're allowed to, if you're willing to actually give them second chances, but then it also may show us how much we really care about one another as well. Mm-hmm. That's just me throwing that thought out there. Mm-hmm. So, final thoughts on everything. Dre, my guest, go ahead and give your final thoughts. Plug your social medias, all that stuff, man. Where can people come bother you?
Man, come to me at carefreeblacknerd.com. That way you get the links to all my episodes, my weekly to bi-weekly. I'm still figuring out what I want to do. My little episodes and my little review shows. Carefree Black Nerd on every social media platform except for Twitter, because somebody out there got it before me. So it's Carefree Blurred, BLERD. Tweet me. And I don't know, been a very good show. I'm glad to be here, man. Hope I can come back sometime and chop it up again.
Oh, hey, man, for sure, man. I'm always open to having guests. VJ, where can people slide them DMs?
The doors of the DMs are open. Pass out the collection plates. Kidding. But my Twitter is at BJ_Burton. Please do not bombard my mentions to debate me with things. I do like to talk to people, but let's not get crazy because I'm not. Q's the nice one. I'm not the nice one. Don't do that. But in all seriousness, we like talking to you guys. So definitely interact with us more. We like you. We really, really like you. Snapchat is Meek B. And then IG is always Vibrant B, all one word, and it's BEE at the end. So that is where you can catch me doing, very boring, mundane things. So yeah.
All right. All right. And y'all already know me, everybody's favorite internet troll. That's right. I enjoy doing it. I like messing with people. It's always fun. But y'all go ahead and give my weekly Q-isms or my philosophy from the book of Q that I usually put out on social media. So if y'all want to hit me up on Twitter, it'll be _Q_the_great. And you can also hit me up on, I think it's Instagram under the same name as well. You can also hit me up on Facebook, which would be Quentin Simpson, and I'll pop up. You go and check me out on there. And I think my Snapchat is QSimp05. I think so, but I'm just now starting to use it a lot more. I have to learn to navigate it. I'm a little off on that one because I ain't never really used it, so I'm a little weird. But yeah, man. Other than that, man. Shea Moisture, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Maybe y'all can fix it. I don't know. Maybe.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
There you go. So other than that, man, I want to thank my guests for coming on. VJ for coming through again, even though we got to upgrade that cellular plan. But that's my homie, man. So I'm gonna let him make it. And y'all already know me. I'm in here talking shit like always. But I appreciate everybody. Make sure to check us out on Spreaker.com. You can also check us out on SoundCloud. We are on iTunes, and we are also on Google Play. And one of the shows from the TCD Media Network actually made it to iHeartRadio. I'm waiting for this one to be approved. But you can check out the Critical Dump on iHeartRadio. I actually need to find the link myself. I apologize. I've been looking, but for some reason, I don't know how to navigate iHeartRadio. I know some people do because somebody told me it was on there as well, but we'll work it out. But other than that, mainly check us out on Spreaker, but we also got a SoundCloud for all my SoundCloud users. Other than that, man, I think that's about it. We're going to be up out, so I'm going to give y'all some more Negro spirituals. All right, the first one was my man Charlie Boy. For all my people around Texas, y'all know who he is, and I'll go ahead and put some Moyo on to close us out. Y'all be easy.
Hey.
Popped up, shorts around, ran into a bitch that I knew from way back. She used to be skinny.